What is up, guys, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Mag Prime. Today's builds are mainly going to focus on Pull, Magnetize and Crush, because I believe that Polarized isn't that great right now. However, it's still kind of viable, so it will be featured in a couple other builds. So that right then was a level 140 Arids Heavy Gunner, and that got taken down in not many shots at all. So if we now move on to the Anti-Mama Eximuses, we should take these down very quickly. Now when a Magnetize explodes, it does a huge amount of damage depending on how much you shot into it. So say, I don't know, 100 enemies comes into it, it will do much more damage than if you only kill one enemy in it, and etc. Now with a max power strength, you can take up the damage dealt to about a 5.5, even higher, like 5.7 multiplier. So you'll be doing that amount of damage more than what you would be doing. So on this build, we have a lot of power strength, and then moving on to the next build, this is a greedy pull build / general build with very high range and then greedy pull. So greedy pull is pretty great because if you have a lot of loot on the area, it will bring it towards you, meaning that you don't have to get off of your pedestal or whatever you're doing to go and get the loot. As well as, if you have the right mods, it's very spammable, and you can use this to crowd control, as well as pretty much every pull build. You can also fit on a crush build because of the amount of range. But as you can see, you're doing nowhere near as much damage as you could with the Magnetize on the enemies. However, obviously, you know, it's still a Tonko, so it's still doing quite a bit against these guys. Although, clearly they do a lot against you. So moving on to our last build. This is sort of a general build that doesn't cost as much energy as the first one, but is still quite good for Magnetize. So as you can see, still quite a big range, and that guy got taken down in pretty much 2 hits. Level 140 Ancient Healer Eximus, I think that was. So yeah. Moving on to the builds. We have Corrosive Projection on all of these builds. This is to strip away enemy armor. And then on this build we have all the strength mods minus Power Drift. However, you could take off the Cunning Drift and put in a Power Drift to get 299. But yeah, Blind Rage, Transient, Intensify, all to get that really high power strength. Then we have Primed Con and Constitution to add duration, Cunning Drift and Stretch to add range, Quick Thinking for a bit more tankiness, and then Prime Flow also for a bit more tankiness and spammable abilities. Moving on to our next build, this is the Greedy Pull build. We have Corrosive Projection, Speed Drift for casting speed, Overextended and Stretch, this is for range, Greedy Pull, the augment, Cunning Drift also for a bit of range, Fleeting and Streamline for efficiency, Quick Thinking to make you a bit more tanky, and also Prime Flow for tankiness and stuff like that. And then moving on to the last build, we again have Corrosive Projection. This time we have a Transient Fortitude, a rank 4, I believe that is, Blind Rage, Overextended, which takes away a lot of the strength, but is still quite nice. Then we have Prime Con, Constitution for a bit more duration, Fleeting Expertise, you can take this out for a streamline, and then we have Narrow-Minded and Prime Flow for duration and spammability.